time to power up your VHS and get fabulously nostalgic with Topher Rommel and Ricky Baker on Flock TV. Strap in, darlings, as they dust off their Tamagotchis and sashay through their millennial childhood TV shows and movies. And they won't stop there. Our fabulous hosts also spill the tea on today's must-see reality and scripted TV. Tune in weekly for your dose of drama, nostalgia, and everything in between.
Title is going to have to earn it.
All right. Welcome to your final tribal council. Joe, Eva, Kyle, you made it to the final three. This is as good as you can do in this game. It's a massive accomplishment to get here. Now the power shifts from this side of tribal to this side. 8 people that you had a hand in voting out are going to be looking for information tonight. They're asking you questions to help them make the biggest decision of the season. Who's going to win Survivor 48? Tonight is not the time to be shy about what you did well or to run from your mistakes. You've got to own your game and claim your victory. It is time to begin our final tribal council. Joe, Eva, Kyle, here we go. Cedric, get us started.
First of all, congratulations to the 3 of you. Watching you guys do this has truly been an honor. Each of us, I think, came in with either one or several weaknesses. What was that weakness that you played this game with, and how did you work to minimize those weaknesses to further propel your game to where you are right now? And Eva, we can start first with you.
Awesome. I would like to first say that I don't believe that this is a weakness, but it does cause weaknesses in myself. My autism is something that I carried into this game. I get extremely overwhelmed and have these episodes, which you all were able to witness. So I chose an ally that I felt I could trust to never lie to me. Additionally, if I just showed this openness and truthfulness to others, it was often reflected back at me in return. And so I appreciate all of you respecting me and seeing me for who I am, despite that there are these challenges that I face. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that one is not even supposed to be for this. It's supposed to be the Survivor one. It's okay.
Oops.
It's okay. Well, no, I only play that, so it kind of like amps us up and gets us going for the episode.
On Flock TV. See, I could have been the voice.
I know, we're watching a lot of Australia shows right now. Ooh, look at that. The ring.
The one ring.
The one
to
ring.
rule them all.
He's gone a little crazy with the power.
I'm now double engaged.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm officially off the market.
Oh, you weren't
so
before? Wow, news to me. News to me.
I told you to give me that ring, girl.
Yes.
He did a great job. He made a nice little speech and took me to a very fancy restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
I even put we went to DeMillo's, which is a very, a fancy.
It's a boat.
It's yeah. I'm sure it's been featured on some sort of a cooking network.
I'm sure
show.
Guy Fieri's been there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I had the lobster mac and cheese, and it's so delicious. Mm-hmm. But when I went to give my little speech to Ricky and give him the ring, I had to take my bowl and put it to the side. I'm like, okay.
That was a big moment.
I need to take a break. You stay over there. I'll come back to you. Right now, you can talk to him.
I did not move my plate because I was like, oh my God, it's happening.
It's happening.
It was perfect.
Well, I'm glad you liked, baby.
Yeah, it was awesome. I held back crying because we were in public.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We'll post some better pictures on the TikToks.
I posted a little video and tagged Flock TV. So,
oh, fantastic!
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, Ricky has been on a tear. I
have more than doubled my followers in the last week,
which is amazing.
On Ricky Baker Wellness, and I am starting to sell things on there. So go buy stuff.
Where were you for Flock TV? Huh?
I was busy building my empire.
Yeah.
You're building our one over here.
I had to maintain the house, and you get one of the rooms. You're paying rent though. I don't know if I told you this. Awkward moment, but 99% rent is due on the 1st. So
I'll give you some rent, all right?
Yeah. Oh my. So hey, fuckers. We are
flockers.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that took me aback.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Welcome back to Flock
Christian
TV
woman.
Reality. I'm Topher.
I'm Ricky.
And you guys, we made it. It's the finale. Well, it was the finale. What, Wednesday? Twas. For Survivor 48.
Yes.
Yeah, what a chaotic little gem of the season, right, Ricky?
It was like really good and then kind of boring. And then the end was good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was collectively, if I were to look at the season as a whole, it was all right. It wasn't like god awful. Going from week to week was, because there was just a lot of like predictable behavior, predictable moves.
Yeah, I'm still kind of like, really, you just voted Mitch out 5th.
I know.
I expected it, but
just like taking out the trash, it's got to happen. I know, poor Mitch.
It took me a second.
I mean, it's kind of sad that he decided to play the game. We'll get to it. Yeah. So this season, it had it all. It had loyalty versus betrayal, some big emotional moments, especially from Eva and Joe. Twist we love, twist we tolerated, and then there was some twists that made me want to scream. Into the void. Into the void. I know. Yeah, Survivor Integrity Island. Was it supposed to be about values, honors, and truth? But I don't know, the irony. The guy who won, he lied the most. I mean, is that classic?
It is.
He's a liar, Ricky.
Super classic.
A liar and a cheat.
He is.
He's a lawyer. He's meant to lie.
He is an original Survivor player.
Lying Deceit 101 was his first class.
He did it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
It was my bedtime. It was my bedtime reminder.
We had a checklist. Are your phones silenced? Check.
Sorry, my ring turned it on.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
How long my hair's getting.
Yeah.
But no, I think Kyle was a very classic player in the way he played with Kamilla undercover, being secretive. Like it was good. It was great. I liked it way better than Joe and Eva's game of just like saying they were being loyal and stuff while voting out their friends.
Yeah. Like I said, deceitful. I'm sure there's a circle of hell that he'll reside in.
Joe.
But no.
Mitch.
Kyle. Yeah, Mitch. Yeah. Oh, poor Mitch.
I like how they're like, we're voting you out because we think you're a threat to win because you're so likable. I'm like, no one's going to vote for him to win.
No,
he didn't do anything out there.
But it is amazing how long he stayed.
I know.
So he could have pulled a Rachel. She came out of nowhere.
Rachel actually did
end.
stuff.
I know. But it would have suited this season. It would have been shocking, at least.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get back on track.
Sorry.
I know. How dare you?
No,
Waylaying me. So if you were to take this season as a whole, what were your highs and your lows? Like what did you like? And what kind of bummed you out? I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know what those are going to be. We've been quite vocal about it.
Well, before the season got kind of a little boring with the predictable moves, where it just kind of was like going through the motions almost.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to count that as the low. I say was the low for me. Like the way she was treating Mary at first.
Yeah.
That did not sit well with me, but then she kind of redeemed herself a little bit and they kind of had like a little love-hate relationship. So I'm glad it was kind of redeemed. Highlight. I really enjoyed the challenge where Eva struggled and she was on the separate team than Joe. And they had the whole moment and they made Jeff cry. That was one of the best Survivor moments that have happened in a long time. And it really brought a lot of visibility and a lot of visibility to autism that people don't understand. Like, you don't know who, it's not always apparent.
Sure. Yeah.
And it can come out like it came out in Eva that time. So I loved that moment. It was great.
Yeah. It was
Plus Jeff cried for the first time. I loved it.
He's like, I got those tears out. This season is not doing very well. I need to like pull something out of my butt. And
I love that Eva said that in the final tribal too. She was like, I made Jeff cry. I was like, yes.
yeah. I should get some sort of hug from him or something. Yeah. I don't know. He's like, no, I wanted to do this all season long. Give me a hug.
I've been wanting to hug you.
Yeah. A little tight squeeze here and there. My highs were the moment with Joe and Eva when she was breaking down.
Yeah.
I even thought it was touching with Joe teaching her how to make fire.
That was great.
That was another great one. It felt very like
it was
real.
Very real.
Yeah, genuine. I suffer from fawn. What do they call it? It's like come on, psychology department.
Come on,
degree.
psychology. I'm sorry, but I forfeited that.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, for me, when I saw like that moment where she was having her, like a panic attack due to her autism, and she needed the coping skills with someone else to give her compression or just kind of talk her down, from melting. Inside me, like my head, I was thinking, girl, don't do it. Like, don't be a burden. Don't, like, you're putting yourself out there as like, I have autism. And just like with being woke, in culture, it's like everyone's kind of attacking it as woke being a bad thing. So I get nervous that she's trying to make herself a poster child for autism. I don't,
Same.
you know what I mean? And I just kind of like worry that someone's going to come after her like, oh, autistic people, they get, leniency or, like totally. A spotlight just because she has a disorder, like kind of like with pride, you know, like, well, why don't we have a straight pride?
And we're like, go ahead.
What did you have to overcome, you white male? Like, okay.
But also if they want to have one, they can. Like, no one cares.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was a little touch and go for me. I was like processing a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
But I would say the
I
low.
totally get that.
I had another high though. It was Say and Mary. Say and Mary.
When they made out.
Yes, when they made out behind the rocks. Yeah, it's really hot. Really hot. The mermaid was watching. Yeah. But with Mary and Say, I loved how Mary was able to weasel herself into Say's head, thinking that she had some sort of advantage or an idol, and she didn't have one. And Say was just like, does not compute. Like you could see smoke coming from her ears. Like, what is happening? And I loved it. It was a nice, genuine moment, and I feel like Mary had like a great performance. I was really glad she made it to tribal. Tribal council.
Yeah, totally. So, yep.
Yeah. Anyways, so those
are your low.
Oh, my low. Yeah, I would say the low would be the predictability of who went home.
Yeah,
it was just kind of like next. There wasn't. I love like last season they had a situation where I believe there was an even vote, and so they had to revote. But then they had people like talking to each other, like whispering,
and
like
none
all
of that
these.
This season.
And I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like it's getting intense, and I don't know where it's gonna go. It's very like unpredictable. But this one was just kind of single file, please. And
I try to get rid of David.
I'll end it there. I don't want to keep dogging the show, but
also we probably will more.
Yeah.
Our finale here kicked off right where we left off from the last episode. We had Shaheen being gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
I miss him.
I know.
He gave some good like body language at tribal council though. He was like,
I'll say that was a big surprise. I think that was the first and only time they voted someone off, and I did not see that coming. I didn't think he would go.
Shaheen. Oh yeah. I was hoping it would last at least till the finale.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be Mitch or something.
Yeah. And the energy just kind of felt off at camp that next morning after the vote. Joe was kind of visibly shaken. He's kind of pacing around like, oh, did we just get played? And Eva's trying to calm him down, reminding him that she's got the idol in her back pocket that she can use for them to get further.
You're like, hey, I got
you. Yeah, but there's this brewing tension that Kamilla and Kyle might be more dangerous than anyone realized. So it's kind of starting to paranoid them a little bit. Meanwhile, Kamilla is out there feeling like Meryl Streep in a spy thriller. She literally calls her deception Emmy quality acting, but I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. I
think she's
Meryl
overreaching
Streep,
a bit.
Is good. I mean, have you guys not seen Big Little Lies? In
so
season
good.
2, Meryl Streep, she is a chameleon. Like I can tell it's her, but it is like it's good. It's good character work.
She's crazy.
She
good.
just like embody it. I don't know. It's amazing.
I feel like you put Meryl Streep in there just because you wanted to talk about Meryl Streep, but that's okay.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
As the final day begins on Survivor, wait, no, it's not the final day.
Well, the final days begin.
Yeah. Anyway, everyone's exhausted, but wide-eyed because there's still time for one more twist here near the end. And boom, it's an advantage scramble. It's a callback to the earlier puzzle challenge for the hidden immunity idols where they had to do a little like puzzle box.
I don't like those. I would not do
I would
well.
give up and just go lay on the beach.
I would need to say like, hey, American disability rights, I need a pad of paper and a pen so I can write down these different combinations.
Reasonable accommodation.
Exactly. Otherwise I'm suing. So
I'm a big fan of those.
Produce that paper and pen now. Now.
And of course, Eva finds the clue and wins the advantage.
I'm just like, okay.
Because of course she does. At this point, the show might as well just be called the Eva Gets Advantages show.
Maybe they should put they needed to like insert some rules where things like this will be prevented. Like if you have, like you can only earn up to 3 or something. I don't know, where you're excluded from.
I think they should just get rid of advantages because I think they're stupid and we should go back to original Survivor.
I think we should. I mean, I have nothing to go based on what you've told me, but yeah, I think they should revert to
like the first like 20 or so seasons, they didn't have any advantages.
Yeah.
But. So our the stage is now set. Eva's got her power. Joe's on edge. A little worried. Kamilla's being cocky. Kyle's playing both sides as he has been the whole game. And Mitch is just kind of watching it all like a sociology experiment as usual.
Yeah. Oh, Mitch. I would love to see an interview with him. Like, I would love to hear more about how he thought he played the game. Do you think he did really well?
That would be good.
I mean,
I wonder if maybe in the reunion he might have. We didn't quite finish it. We were tired and didn't finish the reunion.
It was 2 hours. It was a 2-hour episode.
Well, I know. There was only like 20 minutes of it.
Jeff was trying to kill us.
Jeffrey.
And we only stay up for The Last of Us.
That's true. So did you feel bad for Joe, or were you kind of over his good guy edit here?
No, I didn't feel bad for Joe. I mean, Joe has a lot to be thankful for. He's done really well in the game.
Yeah.
If anything, I know he didn't win a cash prize aside from the weekly amount they're given.
I feel like third place might. I don't know if they still give second and third place money, but at some point they were.
They don't even like announce that.
No, they used,
which is weird.
No, they didn't used to. But I just kind of knew that they did it. Maybe they did it at the reunion. They told them. I can't.
Maybe
remember.
They should bring out checks or something like the oversized checks.
The winner goes on the Today Show the next morning to get their check.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should just like write a check and Jeff's like, here you go.
Signs it.
Yep, signs it. It's pocket change.
What about Kamilla's Emmy moment? Confidence or delusion? Would you say she peaked at the right time?
Peaked? What do you mean? Oh, as far as her like perform. Okay.
Yeah.
I think she's putting more weight on the whole Kyle Kamilla alliance that no one found out about. I mean, it's very interesting that no one else figured it out or even had like, it seems like Joe had like an inkling for like a split second and then he kind of abandoned it. And then
I think it's crazy that they didn't catch on to it.
I know. Like you don't see them like really close together. Like, hey, like what's that thing? What are you guys doing? Like, are you guys just really good friends? What do you guys talk about? I don't know. Just a hunch. Especially when you get down to 5. you should be able to see things a little closer, like a microscope.
I know. But you're dumb if you don't think people are working together.
See, one thing, I don't know if you even know this, Ricky. When I was, let's see, from 3rd grade until about 10th, I was practically mute, like by choice, not like, psychologically or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just watch people. Sounds creepy, but I'd sit at lunch, usually alone, but I would just kind of people watch. And over time, you can kind of like pick out certain like facial expressions, the way you move your body, like body language.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of like put the pieces together, and people tell a lot by the way they talk, about the way they move. Yeah. And I don't know. That's why I did so well. I wish we had the scoreboard up of how well I beat everyone.
Yeah, here. Let's talk about it right now.
Well, I can pull up the picture and we can go through it.
Okay. We'll do it. Wait till the end, everyone. Jesus.
So it's just like, I don't know. If I was on Survivor, I would be able to quickly figure that out. And I don't think I would tell anyone. I would just use the information for myself. But anyway,
that's a big mistake people make, is they don't keep stuff to themselves on this, and that bites them in the butt.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess it was a fun little twist, but I don't know. I think they were putting more weight on it. And
they had to put weight on something.
Yeah, I know. It felt very similar to Sue lying about her age.
I know.
Expecting it to be this big splash and it
bum, and everyone's like, okay.
Okay. So let's talk about the first immunity challenge.
Yes.
The final 5 gauntlet.
It was way better than the final immunity challenge.
Yeah.
I hate that one so much. Anyway.
It's like a classic multi-stage setup. We got some muddy physical obstacles. We got a lock combination and a word scramble puzzle at the end. I would do well at most of it, but when it got to the puzzle, I would have a little bit of difficulty.
Same.
Yeah. Same. I would need to do the puzzle on the ground first. And then move it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to be able to look at it. Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's any rules against it, but they probably don't go through all the little things. But it might take you too long. Yeah. Or maybe even putting like some pieces together and then putting it up like after you get 3 or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'd figure it out. It's all a matter of knowing how your brain works.
Yes.
And kind of taking advantage of that. Because I mean, even like Kamilla near the end, we'll talk about it later, but she was like, magnesium. I need more magnesium. And so she's just trying to like use science in her brain in order to like make fire quickly. But,
right.
So yeah, the mud part I would love. I want to do a mud run.
Yeah, we gotta find a mud
bad.
Run.
So bad. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love it.
I'd probably get really tired though.
Well, yeah.
Wait, so in this challenge, this was the only challenge they had the mud, right?
No, they've gone through mud every week.
No, just in this episode. Is this the one where the netting twists?
Yes.
And Ricky, you had mentioned that someone's hair got all wrapped up.
Yeah, someone got like wrapped up in it a couple years ago, maybe. This is a more recent thing they've added in. So it was either last year or the year before, and someone like got really tangled up in it. I can't remember how they got out.
I would be really nervous that like someone would drown.
Yeah, I think it might have been Carolyn. A lot of us know who she is. She was in The Traitors.
I thought at first I was thinking of Mayo. Or Wonder Bread, I used to call her. Yeah.
I don't remember her real name.
So this challenge, is typical of Survivor challenges. Endurance, strategy, and a brain teaser as an equalizer. Mm-hmm. Kamilla, she wasn't doing well. I think was it Joe that was racing through it?
Yeah, Joe got there and had a huge lead.
But that happens often, and once he gets to the puzzle, he slows down quite a bit.
I wonder if it's because they gas themselves out because they go so quick to get up there, and then they're so tired from going too fast.
Yeah,
that their brain isn't fully functioning like it could be.
Yeah,
or maybe the excitement that they're in first, overconfidence, all that good stuff.
Oh, and just so you guys know, this episode has been brought to you by Stir. Yes. It's a fruity additive you can add to water. You probably even seltzer. You can add it to anything. You probably could even add it to milk. A little strawberry.
I don't think that is.
We're going to try it. Maybe we can make it a thing. But anyways,
I'll let you try that.
What's your 15% off code? You gotta be ready for these.
Oh, Ricky BW.
Oh yes, that's right. Ricky BW. Right? Ricky B
I
Wellness.
should just make it Ricky.
Ooh, that'd be nice as long as it doesn't interfere with anyone else's code. Anywho, we'll have the link on the bottom here.
Anyway,
Anywho.
I'm the best stir representative.
You are. We got tons of new fruity flavors, and
I'm gonna make a bunch of vids.
Yeah,
Stir is so good.
Yeah, this will be on Ricky Baker Wellness, correct?
Yes.
So check it out on TikTok. I think that's the only place we're on, right? For Ricky Baker.
It's the only really active one.
Yeah,
I'm just focusing on TikTok. I need to focus on one.
I know this is a fun adventure, and I hope you guys stick through with us, and you can kind of see the transformation of Vlog TV. But anyway,
Vlog TV.
So remember that Eva had an advantage that she won earlier that day. It gave her a slight head start, and so she just like skipped a section of it. What was the section
just like
skipped?
She had to like throw it into the basket. It was like in the middle of the course,
Which is surprising.
It was not the best advantage.
No,
I feel like if she could have skipped the mud net, that would have been the advantage.
Because I mean, she's been really good at throwing balls and hoops. There's been no, she has been.
No, she's awful.
What? No,
She's
did
the
really
worst.
well. I remember the water challenge. They were out on some sort of platform, and they had to throw balls into like a hoop. And she was like getting them all. And then Joe had to do the last one because she started sucking.
On the individual ones, she has been really bad at throwing stuff.
Really? Okay.
Remember that platform? She had to like throw the ball up and knock the stuff off, and she kept missing it. And she was like way behind everyone.
Oh, geez. I think next time I want to have like a scoreboard of like how many votes for them, how many immunities, advantages, just kind of like a quick little rundown.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So
I love spreadsheets.
I know, right? So she got to skip that section, which is, whatever.
Good for her.
At that point, everyone's neck and neck in this obstacle. Joe's powering through like the seasoned vet that he is, and he's on fire. He does a lot. I mean, he's on fire. He's a firefighter.
He's on fire.
You like that? You like that?
It was great. It was great.
And like we said, Kamilla was dead last, but once she hit the puzzle, she was able to speed right through it.
God,
and at a certain point, Mitch just kind of gave up. He does that a lot. I mean, him and Star, Cedric, there was a lot of like, I don't want to say like losers.
Givey uppies.
Givey uppies. Yeah, sure. I'll make that a thing. T-shirt coming soon.
Givey uppies.
Givey uppies.
Givey uppies. Givey uppies.
Yeah. So she won.
I was so proud of her.
I mean,
so proud of her.
I was proud of her too.
Huge comeback. Huge comeback.
This is awful. Absolutely awful. But I love when she is wearing her sweater and she has her hood on. I just imagine her like a villager that lives on the island. Like, with like a little torch or something.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I know. Like, kind of like an Ewok or something.
It was funny. I've never seen someone wear a hood and actually use the tightening things.
Yeah.
But I mean, she must have been cold. I guess.
No, I do that too.
Do you?
It kind of reminds me of this cartoon that I absolutely despised when I was younger, and I still do. Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, I never watched it.
Yeah, I don't
think I've ever seen an episode actually.
It's like everything I hate about humor, like bathroom humor, farts, all that kind of stuff. It's like that's pretty much Beavis and Butthead in a little nutshell.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah.
So she won. She was able to tackle the Great Flame puzzle. She's hyped, and we're hyped. It's definitely a moment.
She's giving.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at home they thought that she wouldn't make it past the first day or something. But she's like proving them all wrong. And
she lost like a lot of weight before she got on the show, I guess, like 50 pounds, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's awesome. We'll see her on a future season. I know I say that about everybody, but
yeah. And so their reward twist, Kamilla gets to bring someone with her to Sanctuary for a pasta feast. Because here, your family. And she picks Eva.
Fucking why?
Why? She has eaten almost every day she's been there.
I don't understand.
I bet she's eaten there 20 days out of the 26.
Seriously. And I did not want to see her eating it. She's a messy eater.
She is.
Sorry, Eva. I don't understand why she was chosen yet again.
She's just like with grapes.
This is crazy. Maybe just Kamilla likes her the best and wanted to hang out with her. I don't know.
I don't know what the strategy would be. Because I mean, you should have brought Mitch with you and then told him like, hey, like, just so you know, like, this is it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been like a nice, sweet goodbye.
Do you think that would have made sense? Because then she wouldn't be fueling her competitors she knows is staying.
Exactly. And hey, maybe if you didn't bring her with you, she would have, burnt out more and not have won at fire.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like maybe she would have had been so like 100% recharged.
Wouldn't that be interesting if that's how Kamilla did not win fire? Because
in another
of
universe.
the food made her brain be able to work better.
I know. Then again, though, it's pasta. So, but that's brain food. So
it is. It's good for cardio too.
It is.
I
got a
always
carb
eat a
load.
pasta the night before a race.
Ricky and I we're doing a 5K.
Yeah, our first race of the season.
Yeah, where is it? I don't remember. I just show up.
It's the John Andrews Memorial 5K.
Oh yes, I know him.
It's a week from today.
Is it?
In Saco.
Seiko.
And we're going with one of my besties, Dana.
Ooh.
Who is
Dana.
way faster than us. So she'll finish like 20 minutes before we do.
So yeah, I don't really understand why they would bring her. Why she would bring her.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's fine.
You do you, boo, whatever.
Yeah, it's
This
girls supporting
matter.
girls. I guess there's a strategy behind that. Eva's her ally. Ally? I don't know. I don't think they really had many moments together.
I don't think anyone was allies with Kamilla except for Kyle.
No, I think it was you're an ally of Eva. You're an ally of Eva because of the association with Kyle, Joe, and thus Eva.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like a direct connection.
I would have taken Kyle and tried to make out with him.
Ew. I hate his hair. It's awful. It's all like puby at the top. I don't like it.
What is he supposed to do? He's on an island. He doesn't have product.
Oh my! He doesn't need product. He's gonna chop those hairs off that are too light and frizzy.
How on the island?
He should have done it before he got there. It didn't grow in 26 days.
My hair grows in 26 days.
And I question the authenticity of this season because Kyle has lost no muscle mass, where Joe has lost quite a bit. So I don't know. And I have some choice words about Kyle, and we'll get there. We're having fucking Topher's corner. Yeah, get ready.
I just will not understand your hate for Kyle.
I don't like him. So, all right. So they get back to camp, right? And the guys are like, interesting choice. Kyle's thinking 3 steps ahead. Joe's probably eating bark somewhere. I don't know why he'd be eating bark, but apparently Chad thinks so.
I love that.
Just like, oh, okay.
Well, he's probably looking crazy and eating bark because he's so hungry because no one takes him on the reward challenges.
I know.
Except for Kyle.
And Mitch is still processing that he's not on the lunch list. I feel so bad for him. He probably needs the food so bad. I mean, his body doesn't have much to metabolize. Like he was
pretty funny when they got back to camp.
He was pretty funny. I question why they didn't have many more more segments with him.
Because he didn't play the game.
I don't know.
He wasn't playing Survivor. He was just hanging out.
Maybe I think it's a stutter. I think for some reason they wanted to limit as much as possible. I don't know. I feel like there might be a little truth to that, just a little bit.
Don't come for a Survivor.
So yeah, we've already talked about this, but Kamilla, her comeback, underdog magic, or just well-timed puzzle savant moment.
Puzzle savant.
She's a puzzle savant.
I don't think
that needs to be on her name tag underneath.
It's not underdog magic. She's just good at puzzles. She's smart.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's really an underdog, honestly.
If it wasn't for the puzzle,
I think Mitch is an underdog who just never came to fruition.
Yeah.
I don't see how she's an underdog. She didn't really have to like no one was talking about getting rid of Kamilla except for David.
I'll have to check out. There's another podcast, which you should only be watching ours.
However,
that is cult leader Topher's message to you all. You better.
Meow, 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 meow.
Obedience. It's We Know Reality TV. They do Survivor. They do many podcasts about different aspects of Survivor, talking to people that have been on the show previously.
Oh, that's so cool.
And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
We should get Kelly Wentworth on here.
I would love to watch their review of this season overall and see if their thoughts align with what we're thinking and talking about, or maybe we're giving like a unique perspective that they're not. So,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we will be covering next season in the fall.
Yes, and we did get a little teaser to next season, and I'll have that on the end of this episode.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
It does. It looks like there's a lot of characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think she should have picked someone else? I mean, Eva, aside from Eva always eating, like, is there anything else she could have done to like help her game as far as like getting to the final tribal council?
I don't think so. I think the only way would be for her to win at 4 or win fire.
Yeah.
Those are her only two ways, I think. I don't think bringing anyone else and getting them to vote someone else out would have helped her. At the time, I thought getting rid of Joe needed to be the number one thing, but then,
they should have done it so much sooner.
They didn't need to, apparently. Apparently, they should have been watching out for Kyle.
Kyle. A liar. And then Joe, he didn't win this. He's won a lot.
He won 4.
And do you think this was like him not winning this was like a way of him unraveling in the rest of how the episode went? I don't think so.
I think he seemed a little tired. He seemed in his head a bit. I don't know. He seemed off this final episode to me.
Yeah. Maybe it was just a lot of, he has really great morals and like his values are really strong. And I wonder if
I bet he's an awesome
the fact that Eva and Kyle had lied to him, I wonder if that was kind of in his head, he wasn't able to reconcile that because he was playing a very honest game.
Well, he says.
I think he was.
I don't think so. He backstabbed so many of his people that he said he had their back.
Well, with David, I mean, he crossed him. He crossed those morals of Joe's, and Joe didn't like that and got rid of him. I don't know with Shaheem. I forgot what it was. What had tipped the scales for Joe to kind of go back on Shaheem?
It was Kamilla and Kyle. They set up that Shaheen had a hidden immunity idol and stuff. Remember they lied about it?
Yeah, which that never came into fruition.
It did. They talked about it at final.
Well, no, as far as like a consequence of being close with Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't really add up. So, yeah. So I don't think they, he really lost anything. Like I don't think he lost his momentum. But yeah, you're right. He I don't know. Maybe
it was his stuff with his sister from the episode before too. Maybe it was just on his mind, and he was just like,
yeah, it was just like, what?
Or maybe it was like near the end, and maybe he was just having a lot of anxiety about winning, and
yeah.
Probably excited to see his kids and
for sure,
and his wife that I guess he has, but I don't hear much about her. That was a good point my mom made. I think it was my mom or my dad. They're like, he never talks about his wife, just his kids.
Well, maybe they're estranged.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, he really didn't talk about her, so I wouldn't be estranged if he was my wife. I mean, if he was
oh my.
So now we've got Kamilla. All right, so we have Kamilla with the necklace, Eva with her idol, and the target zone narrowing fast down to 3. We've got Joe, Kyle, and Mitch. One of them is toast.
Putting a little butter on there.
Butters.
And then Eva's like,
butters. And poor Mitchie.
You're grounded.
He finally decides he wants to play the game. like really play.
No, guys, I really want to play now.
He throws out Joe's name as a target, which great. Joe's a threat, but he's way, way, way too late. Kyle shuts it down super fast, and Camilla's like, cute idea. And then moves right along. There's no momentum.
Wouldn't it have been great if you had some allies like Star and Mary and all of them?
He couldn't trust them.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
You know, I think it kind of reminds me, there was a point in my life, it was probably like junior year of high school. And I was just now making friends. And so I had like a good group of friends and it was awesome. But I always wanted to be like Mean Girls. I wanted to be part of the popular crowd. So I kind of left them to make new friends. And I wonder, I know.
How'd
it
that
was,
go?
yeah, it didn't go well. And so I was just like, hey guys, I'm back. And so that took a long time to repair, but we're good now. It
happens.
It does happen. But I wonder if there's a little bit of that with Mitch, where he saw the group of of like Eva, you know, Kyle, Kamilla, like he saw that and was like, I want to be part of that group. So he was kind of shunning everyone else, but you know, like, buddy, yeah. You like maybe if you had teamed up with the others that were not part of the stronger group, and then you got out one of them, then someone might say, "Hey, Mitch, we want you.
Yeah,
like you're good at this game. You know what I mean? Like you're able to rally together the misfits to get one of the stronger people out. Like I want you on my team." So if he had done that, maybe it would have been a little better.
I agree.
So.
So the vote is, it's going to be Mitch.
Mitch, I'm sorry.
Here's where it gets quite layered, though.
Yeah.
Kyle and Kamilla both see Mitch as a quiet threat. No enemies, likable, sympathetic story. He's not flashy, but juries kind of love that sometimes. And people have won just because they're likable. And they didn't really do anything and got to the end. Meanwhile, Eva still has that idol, and she does end up playing it at Tribal, just kind of a just in case, or like I'm going to just use it because I have it. It doesn't change anything, but I'm glad she used it because, like, why not? Like,
just to be safe, you know, it's like a condom.
Yeah, and like you earned it, you got it from Star. Like, use it. You might as well. It's like a condom. That just kind of, I didn't compute that.
No, you're fine.
At Tribal, Mitch gives a heartfelt pitch and says he didn't play a flashy game, but he found real like belonging in like a group. But I'm like, okay, I don't know if anyone else feels that way because Charity's already gone.
I know. It's okay, Mitch. I'm still here.
He did mention that his disability wasn't a liability for him and he made it to the end of the game with dignity. It's sweet, it's humble, and it's goodbye. Yeah. They snuff his torch. Mitch becomes the final juror. No, he doesn't. You gotta take that out. I should have edited that out. He's not the final juror because Kamilla is.
Oh, you're right. Well, Survivor can be quite confusing. No? I think it can be. Really? Okay.
How is it confusing?
Especially the last episode. There's a lot, because it usually doesn't follow the same formula as all the other episodes.
The final one?
Yeah. I find it confusing. Like they have to do fire, then the next day. Like it doesn't have the same recipe as all the other episodes where you have a challenge, journey, or maybe, and then you have tribal council and one person leaves. It's just like, there's like a lot of stuff happens in the final episode.
Yeah. It used to be more clean cut.
And considering I've only seen 3 of them.
Yeah. You'll get used to it, babe. Especially when we rewatch every season together.
Oh, no. I don't know if I can handle that.
So I think I know your answer to this, but did Mitch wait too long to finally step up and play? Could he have changed the outcome with just a little more time?
Yeah. Yep. You know, he was a little too late. I'd be really curious to hear his opinions before, like his final, maybe like an interview at the start of the season versus the end, because I'm sure he's watching the season at home.
Oh, yeah.
And I wonder if like how he thought he was playing and what he actually did, like crossed his mind. Like, did he like have time to process that? Be like,
It's possible he tried to make more moves and we just didn't get that edit of him.
Yeah.
But we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Do you think it was a missed opportunity to get rid of Joe, or did they make the right call keeping him around?
It was a good idea to have him to the like near the end. It's smart because for me, he's Latrice.
Latrice
Royale. I mean, Latrice is
get those nuts away from my face.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic.
I'll have to put a meme in there from the B-roll. But Latrice is, he's a fan favorite. Everyone loves Latrice, just like everyone loves Mitch. But he's easy to get out of the way when you need to.
Yeah.
You just save them in the back pocket. They're not a threat to you. They're not going to win, which is like, it's sad. But I mean, not everyone is a born leader. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone should be president. You have to have certain.
Ain't that the truth?
Everyone should have, like, those people need to have certain qualities, and they're not like super common. So Mitch, he just in and out,
Like the burger place.
But he's super nice. Like, as a person, I would hang out with him.
Yeah.
He seems super friendly.
Wouldn't watch a show about him.
No. I bet he's friend zoned a lot.
Yes. Also, pretty sure he's a queen.
I think so. We'll have to look into it. Maybe we'll have him
he said
on. That'd be a
girl.
lot of fun. Yeah. Girl. But also, I thought Shaheem, Joe, and I know Thomas's. I thought they were all gay.
They should all get together.
Yeah.
You thought Joe was?
I thought Joe might have been.
Oh.
I thought maybe.
That didn't cross my mind.
He's like a little
Shaheen,
dad.
I think, might dabble.
He's a little daddy.
He is.
He is.
Maybe he is, and that's why he hasn't been talking about his wife.
Ooh.
Call us up, Joe.
I'll look into that. That's another fan fiction. Yeah. All right, so it's Final Four time with Mitch gone. Womp womp. It was, I will say, Mitch was having a hard time. Not to go back just a little bit.
It was really sad when
it
he
was
left.
sad.
I felt so bad.
It reminded me a little bit of Yellow Jackets, where you have to, like, I like you and I'm sorry, but your time is up and we're going to hunt you and kill you and then eat you. Like, it's just sad. Like, I'm sorry, buddy. Like, it is what it is. Your number's been called. And it was a very emotional farewell, getting his torch snuffed out. And
it was. I felt real bad for him.
And you could tell, like, in real time, he was processing a lot of emotions. And I'm surprised he didn't, like, break down, start crying, because I would have.
Yeah. I cry so easy. I'd been crying before we even got there.
Be like, hey, boss, what are we doing next? And it's like, oh.
He's a Pugsley. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. They're all looking at you. And it's like, what are you guys looking at? Huh? You guys look awfully hungry. What's going on? Anyways. So the Final Four. It's Samotion? What is that? Is that the name of this particular challenge? Is this a challenge that they do often?
Oh, it's the challenge.
Yes, with the balls.
Oh, yeah. I remember saying, I didn't know it had a name. This is a final challenge. It's been a final challenge many, many times.
Oh, okay. So this happens every season.
Yeah. And I think it's so boring and I wish it wasn't one of the final challenges.
It's interesting. I mean, you definitely have to.
It could be a challenge, but not at the big final. I want the big...
like a huge
I think this was usually at the 5, but they a few times they did, like, they had a center, like, platform and then they had netting.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
It felt like a journey. Sorry. Sorry.
So in the final episode, many times they've had these giant obstacle courses where it was like a center pillar kind of platform that you would have to bring tokens back to.
Yeah.
And there would be, like, webbing going out into different directions. You had to go, like, complete, like, 5 different, like, mini obstacle course challenges. I love that one. And I wish they would do it more instead of this stupid, boring stand there. They do so many ones where they just stand there now and, like, have to balance stuff or hold stuff rather than actually doing, like, physical stuff. I don't know. Ever since this new stuff started, they really have cheapened it a bit, like to save money.
Which I don't understand why they need to.
They don't need to.
I mean, I bet the ratings are doing just fine. I'll have to look. I'll have to look at the ratings and see other people's opinions. And
I wonder if the ratings are down and that's why they are asking the fans to pick the stuff for 50.
Maybe trying to get a little engagement.
Yeah.
And probably too why they're so lenient on copyright on YouTube.
They're like, it's fine, please.
It's fine, please share as much as you want. Even though I couldn't get CBS a media package, press package.
Oh,
I tried. I really tried.
Now we just have to steal stuff.
I know. You made this happen. This is the reality you created, and I'm not sorry about it. So yeah, they have to put the ball on a track. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like a marble. Well, I guess it is kind of like marbles. They're just bigger, but
big marble.
Yeah, and then so you have to put one on a track, and it goes through all the maze, and then you got to put another one in, but you got to keep them going. You can't let one ball drop at the end,
right?
So you have to time it in a way that you can keep up with. And I guess after a certain amount of time, he'll put another ball in, and so it gets like increases the complexity of this very simple game. Exactly. It felt very Journey to me. I felt like it should have been a little more difficult. But I do like that it was more than those physical challenges where you just had to hold like a rope or something.
Yeah,
it was. I didn't like those ones because it just favored the people with like a lot of strength, a lot of physical strength to the challenge. But I guess it's a good balance between the ones that have puzzles and, like little code decoder things that have to figure out what the name is in order to get the advantage or whatever is inside. So I guess maybe it's a balance between, kind of like brainy challenges and then the physical ones. So, but I still prefer the obstacle course. I think that's the most fun, and that adds more variables in there because some people do it really well at certain aspects of that challenge. Right. And others, can fly through them.
They equal.
Yeah, it's the equalizer, like Chad said. So, yeah. So this challenge was all nerves. Eva drops early, which I was surprised about. Kamilla follows, and then finally it's between Joe and Kyle. If Joe wins, he would have had his tie for immunity record. If Kyle wins, he controls the final fire-making decision. So high stakes?
Super high stakes.
Yeah, enormous. Huge. Gigantic.
They are big stakes. I mean, if I was Joe, I really would have wanted to get the record. Yeah. Tie the record, because that's pretty cool. But it's really nerve-wracking because whoever doesn't win is going to be worried they're going to have to make fire the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, Joe didn't really have to because Kyle's like, I'm bringing you with me. So, okay.
So your camera's gonna drive me nuts.
Me too. I can't stop focusing on it.
Can you just hold? Yeah. You hold. Okay, perfect. All right. There you're good. He's gotta get to do it first. Yeah. Okay. So Kyle pulls it off. Joe fumbles. Kyle locks it in, and now he's holding all the power. I don't really remember if there was much discussion on who would be doing what. As far as it seemed like they had a lot of leeway in what they wanted to do. But maybe you remember more. Because for instance,
in relation to what?
Okay, so when Eva was practicing making fire, Joe was like, it's okay, I'll do it for you. Like, I'll stand in for you. So it seemed like Kyle was just allowing people to do what they wanted. I don't remember him saying like, no, I don't approve of that.
Well, okay. So Kyle told Joe that he was coming with him so he didn't have to practice fire. And then when Eva was having a meltdown in the woods, Joe went to comfort her. Very sweet.
Yeah.
And
she's sobbing, she's shaking.
Like, he's like, let me do it. Kyle wasn't there for that, so he didn't even know they were saying that.
Yeah.
And it would have been Kyle's decision in the end if he let Joe do it. It's not like they get to pick.
Which I don't know if that would have worked in his favor, considering her autism and just kind of like watching her boil over. Would it have been like, I think it would have been a bad decision optically, like optics, to thinking like from a PR angle to let her melt down and kind of just watch her squirm. Kind of like a
yeah. I mean, he wouldn't have done that anyway.
Well, I don't know. He's a monster.
Joe?
Yeah. No. Kyle. Because Kyle holds all the power. He's the one deciding whether they can do
Kyle said that if he needed to step in and do fire so Eva didn't have that issue again, he would.
Yeah.
He was considering it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a monster.
He's a monster.
You make no sense.
He's evil.
You just unnecessarily don't like him for no reason.
I don't like him. All right. So, and then we have, like Ricky was saying, there's like a heartbreak moment. Joe offers, to take her place, literally begs Jeff to let him make fire for her. I know that's weird. He begs Eva.
Cut that out.
Yeah. Literally, he literally begs Eva to let him make fire for her. But he says, Eva says no. And
which I was proud
she rallies.
of her.
Yeah. I know, Jeff, and they're like, nope, not allowed. She has to do it.
He shows up. No.
I'm executive producer. No, that's not happened on my watch. And she says, no, I have to do this. Like, this is my challenge. Like, I want to excel at this. I got this. And she does not take, like that for an answer. She's like, no, like she loves the challenge, I think.
Absolutely.
I don't think she'll let anything, not her disability, or I don't know if I'd consider it disability.
I think it technically is.
Her the aspect of her, cost her the opportunity to not make fire, not win the game.
Yeah,
so
she's really good at persevering through her personal struggles.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, lots of adversity. So, and Kyle's rattled by this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that happening.
Maybe you were washing dishes.
I was. That's true. He made me get back to work.
Get back to work. Find your break.
Yeah. And so there's a point where he even starts practicing with Flint.
I don't remember that.
And almost gives up his immunity. I don't remember that either. Chad,
he briefly
get in here.
He briefly spoke about it, but he didn't ever. We didn't see him practicing.
Yeah, and
Flint.
I don't think he was fully spiraling. I know. I mean, maybe he's expecting his big Meryl Streep moment for acting. Oh no, she's making fire. But in the end, the match is set: Eva versus Kamilla. So, what do you make of Kyle's decision to take Joe?
When he did it, I was so confused. I did not understand at the time why he wanted to get rid of Kamilla over Joe or Eva. Because I was still, even at that point where he did that, I was like, they're going to, like, Joe or Eva's going to win no matter what, whoever gets to the end. So at the time, I thought the decision was stupid.
What do you think do you think it would have played well for him if he had this secret alliance with Kamilla all the way up to the end, and then at that point he got rid of her? Do you think that would have worked in his favor as far as like, oh, you were playing the game, like you were really strategic and you had this alliance, and then you like backstabbed her and Judased her and
it depends on each individual jury member at that moment, because some people love that you're playing the game and do that kind of stuff, but then some people want to bring real world into it and vote like how you should be in the real world. So that's a 50-50.
Yeah. I was just kind of thinking more from like, I'm making good TV, like kind of like, you got rid of your teammate that you've been relying on this whole time. Like, that's crazy,
It kind of gave him an okay to do it though, because Kamilla said she was going to get rid of him, put him in fire if she won. And so he's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I totally was thinking that too.
Yeah. So I'm curious to know if Kyle ended up giving some of the reward money to her or any of the others.
I doubt it.
I would.
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
No, it's your money.
I wouldn't give them all the money.
I wouldn't give them anything.
But I would give them like.
I'd buy them lunch.
I'd be like, here's
at McDonald's
5K.
on the dollar menu.
5K. It's going to be like nothing to you.
$1 million doesn't go far when taxes is taken out. That's $777,000.
I don't think you're going to notice 5K.
I would. I need that for a Disney trip.
So the final three. Oh no, actually no. This is all you.
This is me.
Yeah. Oh, and Eva's
Jessica.
breakdown and comeback, because I mean she was quite upset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was a little surprised. But at the same time, and I mean this sincerely. I'm not saying this just to whatever, but she became a baby, and it wasn't cute.
Just a baby.
I'm just a baby. It reminded me a little bit of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, where we had Katya and Alaska. And Alaska
Party.
That episode, yes, she was not doing very well, and she had been sailing through the competition up to that point, and she started bribing, like not bribing.
Well, she did
bargaining.
Bargaining. Yeah,
like,
right.
oh, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. Please, I just need to make it through this next episode. And it was kind of gross.
Yeah, I agree.
What was happening, and Katya pulled her aside because Katya had done really well that episode, and so she was like deciding factor of whether or not she would be up for elimination.
Yep.
And Katya was just like, party, like, this is gross. It was a great scene. You can probably find it on YouTube, but that's what I should
get rid of her.
It just kind of like, I'm kind of embarrassed for you. Like, that was not a cute look.
Desperation does not look good on you, Alaska.
No, it does not. So that's what I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
As well. And
I see that. I guess see what you're saying.
And also part of me, and this is not a dig at her autism, but I wonder sometimes if people take they kind of use their disorders as a way to kind of I'm losing the words, as like an advantage or as a way to excuse like their performance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have like a big outburst and then someone's going to come and fix it for me and make me feel really good about it. So I feel like sometimes it's like a learned behavior. It's like, I'm having this difficulty because of my condition, and then people come rallying around me and support me, and then I feel good again.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wonder if that was a play at all. You know, I'm really nervous. I don't know how to make fire. I'm going to have this behavior. You're going to come around, make me feel good, teach me how to do it, and then it'll be done. Almost, I'm going to do your homework for you. I had a teacher in high school. A lot of high school talk today.
A lot of your past.
A lot of my past. Yeah, this is bringing up a lot of emotions for me. But I was not a very creative person. I was very concerned that, you know, I was going to make something and it's going to be shit and no one was going to like it. And I just like, well, why even try? Mm-hmm. So in art class, my teacher would come around and we were taking clay and making like little animals out of it. And I just didn't know what to make. And I'm like, well, I kind of want to make a llama. And she's like, okay. And so she would start it for me. And then she's like, okay, we'll keep working on it. I'll come back around. And so she would make her way back around. She's like, you haven't done anything yet. I'm like, I know. I don't know what to do. And so she just did it for me. She would just keep coming around, do a little more, come back, do it again. And eventually I had a llama and it looked great. So I wonder a little bit like that where, you know, you kind of fall on others when you feel like maybe your disability kind of limits you. So, but anywho.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Yeah. But I don't think it's you. It's like, she's not like deceiving anyone.
Right.
It's something you just kind of learned in the back, like without even consciously being aware of it. Yeah. And it's not a bad thing. She's not doing it to deceive
not like being
people.
Malicious.
She's not being duplicitous about this. Anyways.
I see. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh my God.
You better.
You said that.
You better.
We've gotten... Wait. Oh, We never talked about the fire part. That was weird.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it's Kamilla and Eva, and they're both building fire. Kamilla is having a real hard time. She did pretty well when she was on her own. She's thinking in her head like, how can I make fire? How can I make this work? What's actually happening, like science wise?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need more magnesium. Maybe I need more of this or that, or like the angle or the pressure. And she was talking about how her whole body was cramping up. She kept mentioning that over and over again. But
I'm like, is it? Or are you saying that because you're doing bad and you want people to think it's not because you're bad at fire?
You're just not good at it. It's okay.
It's okay not
we
to
all
be
have
good
our
at stuff.
flaws. I really want to. Maybe when we go camping, I want to try making fire myself.
Ooh,
that'd be fun.
We'll get a flint.
Yeah, make a whole thing out of it.
Actually, I have one in
You
my
do?
Bear Grylls knife.
Ooh, cool. We'll do it. And Eva, she's actually pretty good at it. She's a fast learner, it seems. There was a few moments where she was panicking, where the fire started to die down and the wind was kind of pulling it in a different direction. So it wasn't directly over the twine or whatever the string is.
Yes.
But then she was able to do it again.
I know. It almost went out.
She's like, why isn't it working? Why? I'm like, oh, okay. Again, we're going on this road of uncomfortable that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all work out. Just keep trying. I mean, there's no need to start crying.
Some people get upset.
Very upset. Well, you just like so easily. I mean, there's a lot of pressure and everyone's watching you. So I totally get it, but anywho, she was able to build it up a second time, and she got she did it, and she won. And Kamilla, she had to go sit her ass down somewhere in the jury. Or no, she left right after. Yeah. That for some reason
she doesn't go right over.
It's funny that I wish they would though. She was just like, "Hey guys," and she just like joins them all. But instead, she's like, "No, you got to go back. You got to get washed up. You're filthy and disgusting.
You can't stay on the jury, disgusting
We
maggot.
need to test you for malaria and see if you got any parasites.
C. diff.
Those sand fleas like to burrow themselves in there. So we got to make sure." Yeah. The dogs are like,
We're under attack.
"Where are you?"
Ring. We got into Eva. Each of them walks into our tribal council with a distinct story. Joe's the honorable challenge beast. Eva's the underestimated emotional blower-upper. And Kyle, he's the strategist, sweet little baby, sexy man.
Wait, who's the little sexy man?
Kyle.
Oh.
Wait, you gotta go back up a
I mean,
little bit.
he's got that big old bubble butt, but aside from that.
The guy who knew how to... this is what I was supposed to say about Kyle from Topher. The guy who knew how to lie and got away with it.
Hey, your words, not mine. I didn't write anything.
I didn't write that. You're the one who gives me the script.
Yeah.
And now everyone knows we're on a script.
I mean, no, especially on Facebook because they can see everything. So.
Oh yeah, we're live.
We are live. Yeah, we had to stop the stream and we're back now. Sorry, ran out of hard drive space.
Eva opens up strong. I was really proud of her speech. I thought it was so good, and she closed it really well too. She's a good speaker. She talks about navigating the game as an autistic woman and how she turned her perceived weakness into real connections. I love that she didn't say that her autism specifically made it harder for her. She spoke about how her autism affects her and how each of the things it affects she had to overcome.
Yep.
So I thought that was really smart.
Mm-hmm.
She even drops in there that she's an engineer in real life. Very impressive.
Yeah, thermodynamics.
Which no one knew. Yeah, and she works with the Navy. I know her. It was a total jaw drop moment for some. It reframes her as someone who played a low-key smart game and not just a loyal jockey girl. Mm-hmm. Because everyone thought she was a hockey player who, well, she does do hockey stuff, but she just kind of framed herself as a jock instead of a super smart person. So that was a good cover.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we got Joe, who just sticks to his old school script. He talks about loyalty, honor, and integrity. But the problem, the jury isn't buying it. They call him out for voting out allies while preaching his honesty. Looking at you, David. Poor guy. He doubled down He doubles down instead of owning it. And in doing so, he kind of fades into the background, which actually surprised me because I was expecting him to be really strong in the final tribal here, but he just kind of faded into the background. So, yeah, surprising. Then we've got sweet little baby Kyle. And honestly, he's giving. He lays out the whole strategy, alliances, betrayals, and all of it, and owns every bit of it. He even says Joe and Eva were basically shields that he used to get to the end, which is true. Did anyone ever talk about getting rid of Kyle? Not that I remember.
No.
Yeah.
They talk about Joe and Eva.
Yeah.
But I don't think ever Kyle was on anyone's radar.
I don't think so.
No. Oh, David. He was on Kyle's.
Yeah, but he wanted to get rid of Kamilla.
True.
And Kyle saved Kamilla.
Yeah. And he was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'll just get rid of her.
Although, because Kyle almost stabbed himself in the foot because he kept being like, Camilla's fine. We're not voting out Kamilla. Why would we want to vote her out? And David's like, what? But
nice
yeah,
South Park there.
Yeah. And then at while he's telling them all this, Kamilla comes in and backs him up. And even when Eva tries to claim credit for a big move, Kamilla corrects her that it was actually Kyle's plan to get rid of Shaheen in the deceit that they did, saying that he had an idol and whatnot. It's pretty brutal but clean, and there's no bitterness. It's just a surgical, precise speech. I don't wish I'd taken that.
Yeah.
In the end, the jury respects Kyle's gameplay, and he wins 5 of the votes. Eva gets 2, and Joe only walks away with 1, which actually really surprised me. But I was really glad because usually there's always one person who gets no votes, and I really feel bad that they can't even get 1 vote. I mean, that must be pretty crappy, you know? Welcome to Vlog TV.
It's not a podcast episode without a little bit of technical difficulties.
So, babe, did you think the jury got it right? Would you have voted for Kyle after that performance?
No, I wouldn't have voted for Kyle. Welcome to Topher's Corner. I was trying to find the video for it. So, okay, Kyle. If you remember from a few episodes ago, Kyle kind of opened up to Joe in a way to be like, hey, man, like, I can relate. You know, I went to jail. I was in there for like 4 weeks or whatever. And he's a liar. At this one, he said that he was in jail several times, that he was in there for what? He said for months. Like, get your story straight. I do not like him. I really think that something weird is going to come out about him. I just have an inkling about it. And I hate his hair. He's got a nice butt. I'll give him that. He got a booty. He's got cake for days. Yes.
I love that came up in Final Tribal as well.
Clap. Yeah, I know too. Like, even when Thomas mentioned it, which the whole season, I didn't ever really, I think I noticed his butt once, but when Thomas said it, I'm like, huh. Oh yeah, I guess
I don't really care about big butts, so I just didn't ever really notice a bubble butt. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like little butts.
I like when you can bounce a quarter off of it. It's nice. Satisfying. It's like a ripple. But yeah, anyways, I just think he's a liar and a cheat and
a snake.
And I guess that qualifies as good game.
It does.
So,
I don't think he's a cheat.
I think he plays that card. He likes to try to relate to people. It's a good story. You know, it's a great way for, you know, like, oh, yeah, exactly. It's great for when you're a lawyer because you can say like, oh, you know, these people, they've done bad things, but you can change. I did it. I'm a poster child for, you know, conquering adversity, and it's gross.
It's like a pit boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait. Yeah. We forgot to mention that Kyle also hid that he was a lawyer, and he revealed that to Joe and Eva before they went to Final Tribal, and then he did at Final Tribal to everyone too. And people were like, what?
Oh my goodness. I don't think it made a big splash. I thought it would be more, but maybe just because I was real.
Not as big as Eva's, I think.
Because I mean, it was just like, there was so many episodes where they get kept talking about it. And for me, I was just like, I'm so sick and tired of talking about this alliance that's a secret. But maybe for them, because they didn't know, it was more interesting, more of a shock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. But for us, it was just kind of like, yeah, I've heard about this like a million times.
And then Sue randomly popped out from under a bench and was like, I'm really 55. And we're like, well, no, so get down.
It's not your turn to talk.
Sue is from the last season, if no one knows.
Yeah.
Anyway, inside joke.
Yeah.
So can you scroll up a little, darling?
Sorry.
Thank you.
I just had to deal with
a little more. Oh, is Topher's Corner over?
Topher's Corner is over.
That was great.
Yes. You know what? You fucker.
Ah! What?
I'm gonna stab you.
I just want to make sure your corner was over before I moved on.
Yes, it is over. It's over.
Jeez.
And for now.
First, he draws me in.
Well, I have a special about Kyle. Anyways, carry on.
Oh, me too.
Kyle.
So Eva's final pitch. So Eva's final pitch, emotional and genuine, but did it lack punch? I thought it was great. I thought she did a great job.
I thought so too. She had a great answer for everything that they asked.
She did.
Her.
She was on the ball.
And I was glad that she didn't harp too
I'm actually surprised she didn't get more votes.
Much on. Yeah, I know. I'm glad she wasn't hyper focused on her autism. It was.
She only mentioned it once at the beginning.
I think she. Yeah, I think once or twice. She might have done it twice, but it wasn't like the focal point of her answers. So I appreciated that. But also the reality of what we've seen all season, her autism has come into play. So I think it's nice that she did kind of a nod to it, but didn't fixate.
Right. Agreed.
Which can be hard for people with autism. They like to,
fixate on things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Joe's downfall here. I really thought he was going to win the whole thing.
I know.
Do you think it was pride or just a misread of the jury? He didn't answer his questions very well.
No. And I think he's just tired. I mean, he is old. He is older.
Yeah. Part of me thinks he thought he had it in the bag, and so he didn't try to prepare. But
and also could be like just the anticipation of the whole thing, and you're just like realizing like, oh my God, like this is it. And almost like the first time they go to tribal council, they're all looking around like, this is so cool. Like we're here.
Yeah. I love that.
So
I do that too.
Maybe they just knew he knew the high stakes of everything. And it was just so much, I don't know, anxiety about that whole scene, having to answer the questions and everything.
Oh yeah, I'd hate it.
And maybe he's like, oh my God, Eva, she's so smart. Like she's very like her career and a teacher in thermodynamics. And then Kyle being a lawyer, very good at like closing arguments. And then I guess Joe could probably rally up his fire squad or whatever they call them.
Fire squad.
This fire squad. That's probably what Trump's
the Squirtle Squad.
Them. Space Force Fire Squad.
God.
He's like a child. I bet he has like a bunch of like Tonka trucks and like the building blocks in his Oval Office, and just like do.
I'm playing with blocks.
I'm attacking all the liberals.
Anywho, that is the end of season 48 of Survivor. Kyle wins, gets the $1 million.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Woo-woo.
I'm happy about it. I liked him since the first episode or the second episode when they were talking about his wart that he was like, it's a callus. And they're like, it's a wart.
Yeah, it was.
It was funny. I didn't like him the first episode.
You didn't?
No, when he like broke the vase and stuff.
Oh.
In the like individual challenge they did.
Yeah, no.
But then the second episode, I was like, oh, he's my favorite.
Survivor feels like a culmination of my entire life. Everything has led me to this moment.
Being a journalist is freaking cutthroat. I can easily pulverize all of these suckers.
It really went all in.
I kind of want to play this game like it's a mermaid. Lure people in with my words, and before they know it,
I'm excited for Mermaid
they're drowning.
Girl.
Yeah, I think Jeff made a comment that
My name
there's
is
a lot
Rizzo,
of characters
but
or
I go by
quirkiness.
the man to
Yeah.
He's
McCormick,
very
R-I-Z-G-O-D, Riz God, baby.
He definitely
yeah.
has like
hard leaving my
he
family
has
at
Dungeons
home
and Dragons
as a mother of a 5 and
She's
a
gonna be
4-year-old.
fun.
This is making
poor girl.
I love it.
No.
I work on Capitol Hill, and I think that has prepared me for survival
Aw,
because
that's
one of my favorite pastimes is kissing butt.
Oh my.
I'll have to get
As
buff.
a law enforcement officer, I run to chaos. And Survivor
Hey, Eddie.
is chaos.
My parents laughed in my face when I applied to be on Survivor, but
Yeah, he is gonna.
I already absolutely love him.
He definitely
like this is
applied
when Survivor
to be
turns
on
into
some
a
sort of
horror
Broadway
movie.
play.
They're going one by one by one back home.
It looks good.
I would like to see if we can find a photo so I can just get. So that's it, guys. That is Survivor season 48.
Mhm.
That was 12 episodes in the can. I thought this was really fun, baby.
I did too. I really like doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially since I've loved Survivor since like 2000 when it came out. So it's fun to like talk about it.
It's our first reality show, part of Flock TV.
Yes.
And what are we going to be doing next, Ricky?
White Lotus. I was like, wait, what are we doing next? So coming soon, we are going to be reviewing the White Lotus series. All 3 seasons we'll end up doing eventually.
Mhm.
I don't know if we'll do them all in a row or not, but we will be doing season 1 of White Lotus coming up soon.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we love White Lotus.
Jennifer Coolidge,
Yeah.
can't get enough of her.
I know. Really
Yeah.
wish she was in season 3, but season 3 was awesome. Still.
Connie Burton. Is that her? Is it Burton?
I don't know.
No.
Don't care for her.
a lot of good actors.
Except for her. Connie Britton.
Connie Britton. Yep.
I don't understand why people like her.
I like her. She was
I am
amazing
sure
in
she's
American
a
Horror
good
Story.
person or whatnot, but I just think her acting is terrible.
No.
And I don't feel that way about many people.
I
don't think she was good in American Horror Story.
Oh, she was great.
She's like me reading off the script.
Oh God! Wow. I don't know
Someone's
about
holding
that
cue
bad.
cards behind the camera and she's reading it line for line. She can't deliver. She
Interesting.
has no
Well,
emotion.
When we rewatch it, I will look at it from more of a critical eye and see if I
will
agree.
try to watch it from an eye of giving her more grace.
Thank you.
I don't want her to
That's all I
feel. If she
expect.
ever sees
All I
this,
want.
I don't want her to feel bad because I'm not
Oh,
mean. I
God.
promise.
If I had millions of dollars, I would care very little about what people think.
I'm sure she gets good and bad stuff all the time, but
I know.
just because I don't like her acting doesn't mean I don't like her as a person. I don't know. I feel bad sometimes. when I say
No,
stuff.
no, don't. I mean, it's like everything we said about the Survivor people. I don't think any of them would be heartbroken.
I only said good stuff.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I hope people were kind to Mitch. That's all. But yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll be doing Flock TV scripted. So we have 3. We have anime, reality, and scripted. And we're going to try this juggling act and hopefully we can get everything. It's a lot for 2 people. But we.
I just show up.
We
It's
have
a lot
of
for you.
fun. It is. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun though.
It's super fun. Yeah.
We're getting
We
better
love
and
it.
better.
I
So-
think we're getting. Yeah. Go back and like, if you go to Spotify and go to What the Bleep, is it still What the Bleep on Spotify or did
no.
you change it?
Oh, it's Flock TV.
Okay. So go to Flock TV and like listen to our first Spotify on Digimon. And it's like, I don't think there's video.
No, there's no video. It's just
It's
audio.
like, it's rough, but amazing.
Yeah. I know there was a few episodes that were a little rough, but we were figuring things out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
evolved a lot since then.
Yeah.
It's almost been a year.
True. Yeah.
We're just a couple weeks away from
I
our
know.
first episode release, I think.
We finally
we gotta
got
do a year-
500 streams.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm.
I don't know how podcasts work, so.
No, I know. Okay. Yeah. Until next time, guys. We had a closer, but we have a closer.
Yeah,
April
I can
doesn't
do it.
promise.
I can close this out.
Yeah, do it, baby.
So,
Go for
everyone,
it.
thank you so much for joining us for season 48 of Survivor. And we really look forward to seeing you back in the fall for the next Survivor, but sooner for White Lotus.
Yep.
Probably 1 to 2 weeks.
Check out flocktv.shop. We have a new website, new merch.
Oh my God.
Check
yeah.
it out.
He has been busting out some really fun designs.
Yeah.
So go check them out. They're really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about them.
Oh, thank you all. And remember, in the flock, you're never alone.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Fade us out, baby.
That's all for now, but don't touch that dial. Hit subscribe and follow to stay updated on all things Flock TV. You can watch us in full video on Spotify or tune in to the audio version on Apple Podcasts. And remember, when you're part of the flock, you're never alone.